Is now telling your channel that PFI is likely to be banned soon. Big breaking news update, big scoop that Republic has picked up. The government could soon ban PFI. Now remember, as far as PFI is concerned, it's been blamed for the violence during Ram Navami in several parts of the country, and that's exactly why it is once again being spoken of recently. It's already banned in several states, but the government is now mulling to ban the outfit through a central notification. So yes, that is a possibility, and source-based information that Republic is now picking up that the government could ban the PFI soon. So the government likely to ban the controversial outfit Popular Front of India, that is the PFI, which has been blamed for violence and communal tensions in several parts of India during Ram Navami festivities just last week. Now remember, as far as the Ram Navami violence is concerned, we've seen how a lot of violence has taken place not in any one particular state but in several parts of the country. Given that and the kind of developments we've seen in the aftermath of the violence, this is a development that could come in soon enough. Aishwarya Kapoor, editor politics, joining us on the phone line. Aishwarya, this could be big. PFI has already been banned in several states, but now what we're possibly looking at is the government planning to ban the outfit through a central notification. What more can you tell us?
Well, absolutely, and we have Solicitor General of the country, Tushar Mehta, on record in the court saying that the government is in the process of banning PFI, and if sources are to believe, the MHA has now ample amount of evidence on which they have already worked on a report which could be submitted to the Home Minister in the coming week. And what we are being told by our sources that in the latter half of the coming week, there could be a notification issued by the Ministry of by the MHA, approved by the Home Minister himself, and then the notification would ban PFI. And as you mentioned, that PFI is already banned across several states in the country. But MHA banning PFI would be a big move in this regard. We've had how their connection with the whole anti-CAA protest, and then how the foreign funding is being investigated. There is a report which the ED, that is the Enforcement Directorate, has submitted to the MHA regarding their funding. So a lot of issues have been there. And after the Solicitor General Tushar Mehta made it on record in the court, in the apex court, that the government is in itself in the process to ban PFI, now we are being told that that process is more or less over. And in the first half of the coming week, that is when the notification could be worked out, and in the latter half could be issued itself to ban PFI nationally. And that in itself will be a very important decision, because as we've said earlier, whether it's the ED, whether it's the NIA, there have been several reports, because 48 PFI SDPI members were charged, 6 were arrested to plot to kill BJP MP Tejasvi Surya as well. There were 13 members charged for chopping hands, if you remember. So yes, all of this information has been there with not one but several government agencies, and now after the MHA creating a whole detailed report in this regard, it was brought in front of the minister himself, and now after that we are being told that the whole report is done and the notification could be issued anytime next week. Back to you in the studios.
Yes, absolutely. And you know, Aishwarya, to take this further, let's look at the kind of background that we are talking about when it comes to the controversial outfit PFI. In 2017 itself, like Aishwarya was pointing out, calls for a ban on PFI received fresh inputs after the NI submitted to the Home Ministry a comprehensive dossier, and that listed the Islamic group's alleged links with terror-related cases as well. So from terror-related cases to the kind of alleged role it had played during the anti-CAA protests, to how several BJP leaders have now pointed out its active role in the violence that has taken place over the Ram Navami celebrations. You know, there is so much notoriety linked to this particular outfit, Aishwarya.
Well, absolutely, and it's not one. Ever since the last 3 to 4 years, there have been several incidents, and you have the NIA probing the PFI linked to the whole Islamic State raids held. You have NIA probing 23 love jihad cases tied to PFI, and this is just the beginning. So you have from NIA to ED, you have 47 PFI SDFI members charged for 2020 Bangalore riots. So it's 47, beg your pardon. So all of these issues are being looked into. 6 arrested for suspected plot to kill BJP MP Tejasvi Surya. So all of this has been happening. 13 members charged for chopping Professor Joseph's hand. So all of these incidents took place, and post that, we are being told that the MHA has been looking into it very, very minutely. And now after the reports coming in, and after we had Tushar Mehta officially stating in the apex court that the government is in the process to ban PFI, now we have PFI is already banned in several states. We are being told by our sources, as you mentioned, that the MHA could come out with the notification in the coming week. So all preparation for the ban is in place as far as the MHA is concerned. The MHA has activated what we are being told, that there are several divisions in this regard, and hence we are saying that a notification is likely in the coming week. And there are several issues. PFI is banned in certain states, but this national ban will have a serious ramification, and the government feel that they will be able to break the whole nexus with this, because there are a series of attacks, incited violence during the anti-CAA attack. They mobilize money for the anti-national protest, and as we've been saying, there are several allegations. 23 love jihad cases are tied to PFI. I mentioned the 47 PFI SDPI members charged with planning of the 2020 Bangalore riots. So all of these are just
Aishwarya, I'm going to have to interrupt you there. We have ex-Uttar Pradesh DGP, Mr. Opie Singh, joining us on the phone line. Mr. Singh, thank you for speaking to us on Republic TV. It's the day's biggest news break. And if this were to be true, this is going to be big. PFI is likely to be banned soon. The government could possibly take out a notification in this regard. Your first thoughts, sir?
This would be a very welcome step. We had been recommending for its ban for the last 3-4 years. In fact, I remember when I was heading the police force in UP, we had a lot of activities by the PFI. They have been indulging in anti-social, anti-national activities. And during the CAA protest, we had not only arrested those people belonging to this organization, this outfit, but also seized a lot of documents, digital documents, a lot of documentary evidences were there. So we had ample evidence to suggest that this organization, the outfit, has been indulging in anti-social and anti-national activities. And we had recommended to the government of UP, we had recommended to the Union Home Ministry that this particular outfit should be banned. So it's a very welcome step, and the sooner it is done, the better it is for the country.
Yes, and Mr. Singh, to put this in perspective, if we talk about why this is perhaps being looked at now, is because, incident after incident, we've seen how PFI's role has come under scanner when it comes to several cases where law and order has been compromised in several states, not just one. But do you think this is a step in the right direction, given that several states have already gone ahead with this ban, but nothing much has changed? We've seen, how PFI has been working with several other outfits, their hand in glove, and of course have been spreading a lot of communal hatred and violence together.
Absolutely. It has been it's a very welcome step in the sense that this particular outfit had been indulging in various activities. I remember a lot of activities took place in UP for the last 3-4 years. We arrested a number of people who belong to this particular organization. And if you recall, this branched out from CIMI. CIMI was banned much earlier, and in a different name, in a different nomenclature, this particular outfit was working so as to work under a garb. So my feeling is that PFI should be banned, and that is how we had recommended this particular outfit to be banned to the government of India. So it's a welcome step, and a lot of states have seen activities by this particular organization in so many terror activities. So it's a good move. It's a very welcome step by the government of India, if at all it takes place.
Thank you, Mr. Opie Singh, for speaking to us and sharing your perspective here on Republic TV. Viewers,